How's it going, folks? So I was kind of, scrolling through YouTube and stuff, looking for new songs that have been released and things like that. And I stumbled upon this band and their name. I couldn't help myself. I just had to check them out for a reaction. The band name is Mursic, and the best part is I kind of looked them up, and they're from the U.S. In California. So this here, folks, is some Mursic from America. I mean, it don't get no better than that. I tell you what. So I was just super stoked. The name of the song is FreaK GirL. I'm a little frightened. I'm not sure what to expect totally. All I saw was that they're described as a theatrical, symphonic rock, something like that. And I was like, well, that's good enough for me. With the band name called Mursic, I gotta check that out. It's my duty as an American here. So, anywho, this is FreaK GirL by Mursic. Let's check this all out together, folks. Let's do it. Rangers, go.
Dark lights, you make it hard to see all of my insides. Well, now you're left to bleed. I gave it all to you. You left me nothing. And I loved you too. I'm just a shell of me. Just embrace it. FreaK GirL, FreaK GirL. I don't wanna fall for you again. Fall for you again. Fall for you again.
Well, folks, it was an interesting song. Let us say that right off the rip. Um, Definitely theatrical. I like the keyboard a lot, the electronic vibes. The song has a lot of different kind of influences in there, I'd say. I mean, there's some like 80s dark wave, some 90s industrial, just a real hodgepodge of things. I didn't get the symphonic aspect so much. Maybe I was wrong about that. I could have sworn I saw it theatrical symphonic rock project, but maybe it was a different word, but or maybe some of their other songs have more symphonic elements. But I did like the keyboard. It did give a neat kind of vibe to it, but it was more on the electronic side, um, which I mean, let's be honest, I dig electronic type stuff. The guitar riff was really cool. And the guitar riff is what remind me the most, I would say, of kind of like a 90s, early 2000s industrial sort of thing. Even on the verge of like a new metal a little bit, because it was just kind of like a heavy riff. Nothing too fancy, but just a neat little kind of chuggy melody with just, a heavy sound to the guitar riff. And that kind of gave the song like its heaviness. And whereas the keyboard, I would say, kind of gave the song its mood, its atmosphere. But everything was done well about it. I like the vocals and the song. It really grew on me as it went. The melody, the vocal melody. It's pretty catchy, and just the vibe, just the feeling. Yeah, I've said this about songs before, but this is the sort of song that back in the early to mid 2000s, if I heard this like on the radio or something, I would have been like, dude, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm burning this to a CD, or I'm gonna go buy the whole album, which I did many times. I hear one song, I go buy the full album, and only like three songs off the album. But that's just kind of the way it was back then. You had to take a chance, but no, I definitely would have been like, this song is awesome. This would have been right down my alley. And even today, this one, there's some songs where I've said that I appreciate it for what it is, but I'm just not too into that anymore. But I would have loved it back then. This song here transcends that a little bit. It is something I would have loved back then, but it is something maybe because of kind of like the dark wave influence in there, and I don't know. I dig it. Like I do actually dig this now, and I'm curious. I'm gonna check out more from this band because I'm really curious what their whole thing is. Because I did enjoy this song. It's relatively straightforward, but like the focus is really kind of on that atmosphere which the keyboard gives, and it's just a very slow, kind of methodical, heavy rock, metal kind of song. Again, with those guitar riffs, and the drum work is done really well as well. And yeah, and I really like the vocals and just the way the whole approach to it. Just it does kind of give off a theatrical vibe, and it's different. It's definitely different, and I kind of like it for that. And like I said, it's memorable to me because it is quite different. It's I like the vibe, the groove of the song, and it's just an interesting piece. It's just an interesting piece. And I said it's somewhat straightforward, but the structure isn't necessarily straightforward. It kind of walks a fine line between being somewhat straightforward, but also being somewhat different and complex, like in structure. It's like easy to follow, but it's not necessarily just a very just by the numbers kind of arranged song. So Yeah, very eclectic, I guess, is a good word that I could use for it too. So yeah, I dig it. You know, I know it's not usually the type of song necessarily for my channel, but I just had to check them out. So I hope you all don't mind when I do that. Sometimes I just have to check out a song and I want to share it just because, you know. So let me know in the comments down below what y'all thought of this song. And like I said, you know, it's a very interesting song, and I feel like it the band it demands more listens to, you know, the band itself and to other songs. Like I feel like I need to hear other songs by the band to get a good picture of what the band is all about. You know, it's difficult to base it off this one song here, but it's a cool song. But I just want to know y'all's thoughts on it. Let me know. Let's talk about it, and I'll catch y'all next time. Ranger out.